So we finished up the last dungeon. Gonna be back for Rune King? That's great, Tails. Like I said, I'll ping the Discord so people don't miss out. We did the... I almost clicked on end stream by accident. we did the dungeon last stream at like midnight. I don't regret it. I was able to sleep in, so it's all good. So yeah, let's just speak with Grahatia. I missed him. It's only been like, what, 16 hours? The berserk mouths didn't haunt you? No. Shall we be off then? Artha is home to the High Crucible of Alchemia, whose alchemists forged many of our warding scales. That seems as good a place as any to begin our investigation, don't you think? I spoke briefly with Nuhadin, the chief alchemist here, on our last visit. He should be happy to answer our queries. Rahatia is now accompanying. Yeah. Blah blah blah. Hello, Josh. Dude, I'm actually so happy that you get to have him following you around. It's like the best addition ever to this game. Don't even at me. Grahatia specifically, not the other NPCs, of course. What? Why am I being pinged? What did I do? Am I supposed to check Discord? You sat down at me. Corey loves this game, yes. I finished rolling my eyes at K4, so we can continue now. But yes, I'm very happy. Oh, one of my friends. Why are you here? Please don't follow me around. Okay, which character do you like the least? Heck off! Oh my, I think my friend just disappeared. What the hell? Every lava fell. Let us make for the High Crucible and speak with Nuhadin. His discerning eye may reveal to us truths we have yet overlooked. Don't follow me around. Ayo, what the fuck? He disappeared. Yeah, but I didn't even hear him teleporting or whatever. Did you? Of course. I remember those red eyes. You were those scions who commissioned the scales from us, yes? I welcome you back to the High Crucible. What brings you here in these troubling times? We are assisting the satrap in investigating the crisis that plagues the city. Did you happen to catch sight of any of the creatures? I did. As I was going about my work, I was disturbed by crashing footsteps so powerful that the very ground shook. I rushed outside and could not believe what I beheld. The night sky was burning. Suddenly I heard panicked screams coming from the direction of Balshan Bazaar. In the next instant, a monstrous beast poked its head out from amidst the stalls. A handful of the Radiant rushed to the scene, only to be sent sprawling as the fiend and its minions propelled themselves skyward. So the blasphemy came from the vicinity of the markets. This knowledge may prove useful. I thank you for sharing your tale. Well, I do believe we now know where we should inquire next. To the bazaar, then? After toiling days and nights to fashion your allies' warding scales, a great number of our alchemists were granted a respite. In part because of this, the damage here at the Crucible was limited. On the other hand, we have not heard from many who were at home during the attack. We can only pray that they are safe. Yay! Ah! I'm so happy to be playing this game again. And I'm so happy about... Well, I'm not happy about what's happening in the story right now, but I'm happy I'm enjoying the story. There's so many people here! Is this the Oh, this is the crafting hub. I thought the other place was the crafting hub, but... So this is Thavnarian weave. I must say, it bears a resemblance to the traditional fabrics of Corvos. Small wonder, really, given that it's just across the water. Not that I am much of an expert in Corvosi culture, of course. I've not had the occasion to visit my ancestral home since coming to Charlian, and like as not, I will not reside there again. That said, in recent days I felt more acutely aware of my heritage, and grateful for it. It is thanks to my forebears that I inherited the royal eye, and with it, the wisdom of ancient Alec. And so, well, I simply hope that my countrymen are safe, and one day, when this calamity is but a memory, I would like to see Corvus again, if only once. Forgive me, but my shop's closed until further notice. Needless to say, we've more pressing concerns these days. We have come not in search of wares, but information concerning the enormous field that tore through the bazaar. Do you perchance witness anything? I'm afraid not, my friend. I was here the whole time, so I only saw its little minions. Made a mess of the place, they did. While that was all going on, the great big one tore through the west side of the bazaar. You'd have better luck asking there. Okay. Is audio good, by the way? It should be fine, right? I didn't change it from last time. Audio's good? Okay, good stuff. Something the matter, traveler? If you are lost, perhaps I could be of assistance. Your offer is most appreciated. We are not lost. Why are you so far away? We're not lost, but are in need of information. Might you know anything about the gargantuan beast that rampaged through the bazaar? Aye, I saw it, though I wish I had not. I was going about my work when all of a sudden a piercing scream cut through the air. I turned around and there was the fiend, its massive body bursting through that entryway with the force of a tidal wave, and then it was gone as quickly as it came. Sisters, have mercy. What is happening to the world? What am I to do? Is nowhere safe? Settle down, friend. The danger has passed, at least for now. If it's not too painful to remember, could you tell us what you saw? First, I heard the screams, then a horde of ravening beasts came charging towards us. One of them was huge, bigger than a Marad, throwing people around like rag dolls, and it was eating them. I hid under the counter, saw others do the same. But the shrieking and wailing kept getting louder, more voices in the throng. Beasts or victims, I couldn't tell. I knew not what was happening, I still don't. That is enough, my good man. You were brave to share with us your tale. Many of your fellow merchants are safe. The High Crucible, too, has survived mostly unscathed. Pray stay close to your friends and loved ones. Rest your body and mind while you are able. I suspect that this is the most we can expect the people here to tell us. I think it best we find a place outside the bazaar where we might rest and review our findings. Oh, other way. Tomney. I need to make a Tomney fast. Excuse me. Judging by their accounts, the transformation had already occurred by the time the beast reached the bazaar. It tore through the west side of the bazaar and headed towards the Aetheryte Plaza. In other words, the blasphemy may have first appeared in this vicinity. That being the case, the people in that Mayhain can surely tell us more. You could see the terror in the eyes of these poor merchants. Would that we could do something to allay their fears. Oh, chat, I also went back and watched one of the cutscenes from yesterday where you could decide who comes to your room, and all the other cutscenes were so incredibly sweet. Graha is still my favorite, obviously, but they were all very sweet. Going after that enormous beast, are you? Aye, I saw it, including the very instant that poor bastard transformed. Damn the gods for putting me there. It started over there, by the window. A few men, merchants, probably, talking and drinking. Conversation must have taken a turn for the worse. Next thing I know, their leader, I suppose he was, buries his head in his hands, and black mist was swirling about him. Then his whole body bursts apart, and there stands a hideous, slavering beast, massive and foul, all gaping maws and bulging eyes. His friends start shrieking, then the black mist comes again until the change takes them too. That stuff of nightmares, I tell you. Nightmarish indeed. Incidentally, do you perchance know who those merchants were? No, I'm a decorator by trade, not much cause to mingle with their sort. Saw Millil, the barmaid, chatting with them, though. She might know something. Stan Alize. Dude, I love all the characters in this game so much. You can see the terrorists, okay. I genuinely have so much love for the characters in this game. It's just, Graha is my husband, obviously. Even after repairing all that damage, it'll take a while for business to pick up again. You mean the blasphemy? That's what the Radiant have been calling it anyway. I saw it too, we all did. I was standing here at the counter as Marid poured me a drink, when suddenly there came this dreadful sound, like a painted, angry groan. Sorry, like a pained, angry groan. It was unlike anything I've ever heard. I turned around in shock, and from an ominous cloud of black mist rose the creature, enormous and ghastly to behold. As for what happened next, to recall it sends shivers up my spine. By some stroke of fortune, I was able to slip outside before the beast got its claws on me. But the sight that greeted me offered no solace. The blue sky above turned red as blood. Miraid, myself, and the other survivors clung to each other for dear life until the Radiant host came to our aid. Wait, did I hear you correctly? The beast manifested before the sky began to burn? I'm certain of it. The windows here offer a clear view of the sky, and I saw nothing out of the ordinary until the beast appeared and began to rage. Huh. Oh, hello there. Welcome to Meridid's Mayhain. What can I get you? We have come not for libations, but rather information. You're Milil, yes? We are investigating the so-called blasphemy on the satrap's behalf. We hear it was one of your customers, a merchant, that first underwent the transformation. What can you tell us about him? He was something of a regular here, especially of late. Kalzal was his name. He ran his own consortium, dealing primarily in the exports of Tavnarian specialities. Where have I heard that name before? It definitely rings a bell. Come to think of it, didn't you meet a Kalzal back when you first came to Thavner? If I recall correctly. Oh yeah, he was the trader in the... Yeah. He ran a trading operation in Yeritmad. It was through him that the Scions were acquainted with the fisherman Matsya. Yes, that is the same Kalzal, no doubt. A rather successful man from what I gather. That said, it was clear that he had fallen on hard times of late. Those ghastly towers popping up everywhere cannot have been good for business. Even now, with the towers gone, the collapse of the Empire has led to all sorts of problems elsewhere. The market for luxuries is surely not what it once was. Trying times for the head of a trading consortium, indeed. Kalzal was a compassionate man. Even as his own business suffered, he did what he could to provide for the artisans, fishermen, and many others who counted on him to sell their wares. Indeed, that was the very topic of yesterday's meeting. As far as I could hear, yet as they discussed matters further, Kalzal's tone grew and grave and grim. Then it was that. Forgive me. I would not have you recall the memory if it brings you pain. If I could, I would ask you just one more thing. Did you notice anything unusual about Kalzal in particular? Please, anything at all. Sorry, nothing springs to mind. Perhaps someone else can help you. Kalzal lived for his work and had no family that I knew of. His employees and associates knew him best, but they too are lost to us. Man, that's awful. Still, perhaps his neighbors know something I do not. I can direct you to them if you believe it would help. What do you say? Yes, absolutely. Thanks to Miliel, it appears we have a new lead. Let us leave no stone unturned. Kalzal made his home in Kama, a nearby residential area. From what I gather, Kalzal lived there since childhood and was known throughout the neighborhood. Kama, the name is new to me. How do we get there? I'll write down some directions. I cannot promise that you will find what you seek there, but if nothing else, it is a start. Come, let's see where this lead takes us. We can't teleport, right? When he's with us. That's alright. You're coming with me, Raha. Let's see, after leaving the Mayhain, we're to retrace our steps and head back towards the Aetheryte Plaza. I'm trying to look if there's optional dialogue in either of these halls, but can't see it. Man, I really want a Graha emote now. Oh, right over here. Machek? No. Sukumi's lurking. I don't want her keep getting spoiled, so I'm not gonna commission her. I don't know if she's like up to date with the story or not. From here, we ascend the stairs. God, could you imagine like two emotes, and it's like my Warrior of Light and Graha doing like the hand heart thing? That'd be fucking awful, but amazing. I want it. Sounds very cringe. You should do it. Yes, I should. This must be huge, in which case we should take the path leading southeast. I will e-date Graha if I want to. You can't stop me. Just date him. If we keep going this way, we should arrive in Kama before long. Walking these unfamiliar streets is quite the adventure, is it not? I can only hope we can explore Radz Han at our leisure once this crisis has passed. He's too pure to e-date. Fair, fair. Oh, Fixel, thank you so much for the raid. Hello, raiders. My name is Kori. I'm a ghost that uses her to make herself little friends. I'm a variety streamer most of the time. As long as a new FF expansion doesn't drop, I guess. Oh, welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. How are you? How was your stream? How is Eastward? What's that? I've never heard of it. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. How goes your FF expansion? I love it so far. Shit's going down, it seems. We're having a really good time. We're currently with my favorite NPC in the game, so I'm very happy. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate the love, and hello, welcome. This is a story-driven adventure game. Oh, I might have to look into it then. I love those. Pixel art style, a bit old school, like Zelda. Like Zelda, you say? I'm sold. I'm a very big Zelda nerd myself. Thank you so much for checking out the stream. Welcome, Damien, as well. I totally recommend. Alright, I might have to look into it then. Here, I'll write it down in my Discord right now. We're near the end? Ah, very nice. We're only about halfway through the expansion ourselves right now. Check out Eastward. Cool. Thank you so much for the recommendation. So don't look into it on my stream or spoilers. Yes, of course. Same goes for this game, by the way. If there's anyone here who wants to play the expansion for yourselves, please do not get spoiled. I appreciate the support, but you don't have to be here if you don't want to be spoiled. Also, I always read out new followers, but if you don't want your name read out for some reason, I completely understand. Just drop a follow when I'm offline. It'll be our little secret, I promise. Alright, moving on. This must be Kama. We've arrived at last. Let us begin questioning the residents without delay. No doubt someone here can tell us more about Kalzal. Given recent events, I imagine many are taking shelter indoors. Oh shit! My crafting material sold! Let's go! Can you turn off the notifications when something is sold? To see the streets so empty, I wonder if some residents have fled Razadhan altogether. Kalzal, you say? Yes, I've known him since he was a boy. If there was ever a man who was born to be a merchant, it was him. Always early to depart and late to return, he spent his days procuring the finest wares and seeking out willing customers. You could say it came to him as easily as breathing. Sadly, business was flagging of late, no surprise really, what with how dangerous travel has become. He was cooped up in his house from dawn till dusk the other day, no doubt racking his brain for a way to turn his fortunes around. And then at night, I heard the doors open. I looked out to see Kalzal sitting on a bench, his head hung low, a man with the weight of the world on his shoulders. I see the situation must have been quite dire indeed. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary? Nothing to speak of, other than the troubles with his consortium. He was the same old Kalzal, cordial and honest, like always. Those questions you were asking, has something happened to him? He wasn't caught up in that terrible incident at the bazaar, was he? I don't travel much these days, but my daughters told me not to venture outside. Stuck in here as I am, I've heard little about the bazaar going-ons. Rest assured, the city is safe for now, but the situation may change without warning. I urge you, stay close to your daughter and be prepared to take refuge should the satrap order it. Alright. Over here? Maybe inside? Aha! There we go. Could you come back another time? I just woke up and I'm not exactly in the mood for idle chit-chat. Well, that's one way to avoid the panic, I suppose. Yo, me? Pardon our intrusion, you may not have noticed, but a great danger has come to Thavnair. I encourage you to stay alert and prepare to flee the city should the situation turn dire. But before we leave you in peace, pray allow us to ask a question or two. Did you know a local merchant named Kalzal? If so, did you notice anything unusual about him recently? Kalzal? Aye, I know him. In fact, we spoke just the other day. Like many others, his business was doing poorly. Still, it seemed as though he'd managed to turn things around. Thanks to a generous order from Ruveda Fibers. Why, he was practically dancing in the streets. I haven't spoken with him since, but I assume it all went well. Jinnavaha might be able to tell you more, though. As I recall, he was the one who brokered the arrangement. Janabaha at Ruveda Fibers. This sounds promising. From what we've heard, our man Kalzal was truly at wit's end, and it all came to a head at the Mayhain. Perhaps his arrangement with Ruveda Fibers did not go according to plan. I expect this Janabaha can tell us more. Right, so maybe... Oh, Olivia, thank you so much for 5 months. Love you, Corey. Love you too. I'm gonna lurk because spoilers, but I'm here to support my girl. Thank you so much, Olivia. No worries. I completely understand. I wouldn't want to be spoiled either. I hope you'll be able to play it soon yourself. Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. Okay. Let's see. Sage is 80 tomorrow, and I'm cooking on this video footage, so I'll probably start Endwalker next week. Oh, nice! I leveled Sage to 80 myself, and then just played Scholar for the story anyway. But yeah, good stuff. I'll definitely check out the videos you post. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much for stopping by. Trying to prioritize my FF14 YouTube videos over Endwalker right meow. Oh, thank you. Nice, nice. I'll stop by. I'll watch the videos, definitely. Thank you so much, Olivia. I really appreciate it. Alright. If I am not mistaken, these stairs lead to Dharma. It is quite the sight, the red sky above. During the final days of yore, the heavens burned and the stars fell. Creation magics run amok. That was my assumption when I saw Amarat. Perhaps the ancients believed the same, that the terror of a single powerful individual was the cause of their calamity. And yet those self-same horrors now manifest themselves before our eyes. What could it be that sets the heavens aflame and turns ordinary men into beasts? Despair? I mean, it seems like he was very stressed about his work. Hopelessness? Oh, it could be hopelessness. Hopelessness regarding work? Well, for him specifically. It would also explain the enemies turning inside the dungeon, I think. They're farming silkworms. This must be your Ruveda fibers, where we should find Jinabaha. Oh yeah, down here. Whoa! Beautiful, Graha, beautiful. And hurry, I say, there's no time to waste. Pardon me, but you are in charge of buying and selling here, yes? We have a few questions that we'd like to... I'm sorry, but I simply don't have time to chat. If you haven't noticed, we have our hands full at the moment. We must carry all our wares and equipment to safety before those accursed beasts return. He looks like Sheik. In that case, might we be of assistance? Perhaps we could speak when the job is done. Oh yeah, a little bit, I guess. Very well. I wonder if there have been any Sheik glamour cosplays. Might be worth looking into. You can start by helping us move our equipment. Ask the others what to put where. And you can carry our fabrics. Go through that door and speak with Kamala. She'll tell you the rest. Remember, these textiles are our livelihood. Handle them with care. I want to see where Graha went. I don't see him. Oh well. This area is for employees only. Out, out. I'm an employee now. What's that? You've come to help? Oh, praise be to Mindaruva. Kind stranger, I welcome your assistance. On your way here, you passed 3 storehouses, yes? I'd like you to carry that small crate to Nabrifal, by the storehouse near the hatchery. The crate of clothing is for Manwa. And that massive crate there goes to Zaymera by the middle storehouse. Watch your back with that one. Those are all the crates we have ready. Once they've been delivered, consider your work here complete. You have a limited time to complete the task. Should you fail, return to the starting location. Okay. Thread it is? A thread is it? Then you've come to the right place. We thank you for your aid. Warrior of deliveries. If you have any crates of finished products such as carpets, clothing, and the like, pray bring them here to our primary storehouse. A crate full of clothing, is it? I can't take that off your hands. Many thanks for the delivery. Oh! A carrying animation. Lightspeed is the reason you are called the Warrior of Light. Yes. Lightspeed deliveries. I say you're quite the brawny one, aren't you? A good thing that. Never know when you'll need to defend yourself in these unpredictable times. A crate full of fabrics, is it? Exactly what I was hoping to receive. Here, let me put that away from you. For you, even. You've carried all the crates to the storehouse, as you say, and so quickly too. Why, I've never seen anyone so strong. I and my associates will see to the rest, so please return to Jinabaha and assure him our work is proceeding apace. To tell the truth, we're grateful for this distraction. Too many terrible happenings of late, but generous souls like yourself give me hope that we may emerge from this trial even stronger. I pray we meet again in more peaceful times. Hey Scarabush, how are you doing today? Done as I asked, have you? Yep. If Kamala is satisfied with your work, then so am I. You have done us a great favor, traveler. Chilling after workout? Nice. Hope it was a good one. I too have delivered the instruments and apparatus entrusted to me. You both have my thanks. With our wares safely stored away, we'll not lose any more to these fiends. I take it that your establishment did not escape the attack unscathed. We did not. Thankfully, most of our workers had already left for the day, but those of us still here saw it all. We looked to the burning skies in confusion, and then, before we could even begin to make sense of it, a hideous creature burst through the doors, shrieking. We ran for our lives, but one of my colleagues was not so fortunate. He cried out a scream of such agony, such terror, and the next instant, he too sprouted fearsome claws. Right, so I think it's hopelessness or fear. But they do sort of go hand in hand, right? So, I think that is what's causing people to transform, on top of the ether imbalance, of course. The sight of it caused another fellow to panic, and then he too transformed, right? He too transformed. Yeah, okay. No, I understand. I'm sorry. There was something you wanted to ask? Indeed, you knew the merchant Kalzal, did you not? I believe he had some dealings with your establishment. Kalzal, I know him well. We'd arranged for his consortium to deliver a large shipment of fabrics, but in the end we received a better offer and had to turn him down. I understand his business is struggling, but so is ours. Another of our most reliable trading partners agreed to transport the goods for a much smaller commission, and we'd have been fools to refuse. I felt terrible for withdrawing the offer, but you must understand, we simply had no choice. He tried to put on a brave face when I delivered the news, but his dejection and despair were plain as day. He said he'd discuss it with his associates, but I could tell he'd all but given up hope. Dejection and despair. Yep, there we go. You remember what we saw in Vanaspati, right? Soldiers and jungle dwellers pushed to the very brink, turning into beasts one after the other. It would seem the same phenomenon occurred here, the poor craftsmen attacked by the fiends, as well as those that witnessed it, all undergoing the change. I suspect that everything began with Kalzal. By all accounts, it was he who suffered from the most profound and piercing despair. Wait, could that be it? That such intense emotions were what triggered his transformation? Much remains unclear, but I believe we are drawing closer to an answer. At any rate, we must discuss our findings with the others. Wah, 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 wah. Can the despair in a man's own heart consign him to such a terrible fate? Increase the maximum HP of a party member or self by 10% and restores the amount increased. Increases HP recovered via healing actions by 10%. Ah! 60-second cooldown is not bad at all. Oh, why can't it have a cooler effect, man? Ooh. Nice. Well, beyond the depths of despair, Grahatia is eager to share all you have learned with your companions. A tool to heal living dead? Yeah, I guess. We were to reconvene with the others in front of Megaduda, were we not? That should just be outside. With any luck, they will have already returned from their own investigations. My friend, we must take our leave. I pray that your establishment is spared further tragedy, but remember, your lives are far more precious than any wares. If you are ordered to flee, do so without hesitation. Indeed, I thank you for your concern, and pray you two take care as well. Finish your rounds and ready to share?
There you are. You've spoken with the survivors.
I don't trust voice cutscenes
Indeed.
anymore.
We thought to share what we have gleaned, that we might together gain a greater understanding of present circumstances.
Oh no.
Fortuitous timing. Alize and I completed our own investigations not long ago.
Then we should take a moment to compare notes. Shall we begin with the two of you?
So the merchant Karzal was gravely concerned about his business in the days preceding his untimely end.
The tales we heard were much the same. The first victims to be changed into blasphemies were all overcome with anguish of one manner or another. Then those who saw their loved ones stolen before their eyes succumbed to a similar panic, setting in motion a chain of transformations.
That's what I thought. It's just contagious in that
unease,
sense.
despair. These negative feelings serve as a catalyst.
If so, then it is not unlike the calamity that befell the ancients. With their creation magics, they unwittingly gave form to untold horrors. Had they simply lost control, surely it would have manifested in many forms, not all of them monstrous. Yet somehow, this phenomenon is triggered solely by the darkness in their hearts, a common thread with what we now witness.
Common, but not identical. While the beasts the ancients faced were forged with magic alone, those of today are born of sentient beings. Why remains to be seen, but there is one fundamental difference between us and our predecessors. Our souls are sundered, whereas theirs were not. Perhaps that single variable makes all the difference.
If I may, there was another detail that troubled me. We have it on good authority that Karzal's transformation took place before the skies began to burn.
What? If that's true, then the situation is more dire than we realized. It means even if there's no ominous sign presaging the final days, anyone, anywhere, has the potential to become a beast.
Cake, thank you so much for cursing Blaster to become a boo. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for stopping by. We'll be playing some Ruined King later today. If you're more interested in that over FF. But I really appreciate you saying hi and gifting a sub. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Even in lands we thought safe, even as we speak.
Look! It's the satrap! The satrap!
Thank the heavens.
This is not gonna end well. This is not gonna end well, is it?
My countrymen, I am relieved and heartened to see you strong and safe.
No worries. Hope you feel better
While the
soon,
danger
Cake.
has
Thank you
not
so
yet
much.
passed, far from it. Allow me to assure you that the beasts that raged within the city walls have been exterminated to the last. Outside this sanctuary, the brave men and women of the Radiant Host and our dragon ally continue to battle our unholy foes. I pray these tidings put your minds at ease and help you calm your hearts. Have faith that we shall soon conquer this terrible trial.
Your Excellency, is there any word from Palaka's stand? My grandson was bound for there yesterday, and I worry for his life.
We are still awaiting a report, but I promise you, as soon as I have aught to share...
Your Excellency, I bring grave news.
No.
You are?
I'm Matya of Akyali, a humble fisherman.
Ah, I remember you from our first visit.
Wait, you're... But no, that can wait.
No, no,
When
don't
the
blurt out
skies
the
turned red,
news.
I set off for Palaka's stand, fearing for the safety of a friend. But as I drew near the village, I saw dreadful beasts all about.
No! Gods have mercy!
No.
Your Excellency! Save my grandson, I beg of you!
We will spare no effort to save all we can, but you must remain calm.
Calm? You tell me to be calm? You saw those beasts? They
She's
tore
gonna
and
transform. No.
What if we are too late, huh? They catch him, stick their fangs into him? The fangs! The screams!
No.
Get away from her, now!
This is awful.
Damn it! We've got to kill them before it spreads.
We'll handle this. See the townspeople to safety.
Run as fast as you can.
It happens so fast. Oh my god!
Vitra, our people, you must save them.
Oh my god! Stop! Oh my god! Jesus Christ!
My son.
No! Stop it!
Enough. You must run. For their sake and your own.
Maybe? Yes! Yes! Grah! Thank God! So transformation can be stopped. It just happens really fast. Yeah, you stole a fuck 'em up!
Be strong, my friends! Fear not, for we will defeat these abominations! Brave men and women of the Radiant Host, lend your Stola and Thancred your aid. Let not a single beast escape. The rest of you, flee this place. Carry the wounded if you must. Head indoors or underground.
Crystal Exarch energy. Let's
Above
go!
all, stay calm. No
Very-
beast will follow you. We will see to that.
Very nice touch that they made him hold the staff there. It's very, very smart. Very well done.
Leave the city to us and make for Palaka's stand at once. Matsya, show my friends to the village. I promise you, they're more capable than the host's finest.
Right.
Go with them, will you? We will save these people. As many as we can.
Probably force of habit, exactly. Damn it all, staying calm isn't exactly my forte. You and me both, Alice. We'll meet again. You do remember me, yes? You saved my skin twice over in yet Lamad, and now I find myself turning to you for help once more, but let us tarry here no longer. We must save Palaka's stand, whatever it takes. Matsya, it pains me to put you into harm's way, but I would ask your aid as well. Of course, Palaka's stand is not far, just down that hill. But as I told His Excellency before, the path was blocked by terrible creatures. I had no choice but to turn back. In that case, this is what we shall do. Rose, I ask that you take the lead and dispatch any beast you encounter. Alize and I will keep Matsya hidden amidst the trees, and follow when the path is clear. There's no telling what dangers await us. Keep your eyes peeled. Oh, / mount BGM works? Okay, that's good to know. We're fine, we're fine. I did have a fairy I could eat. Oh, the music is so good! I really love it. Rat jammer. That chocobo armor is really cute. Thank you, good sir. The broil forring, yeah. The Great Broil Foring. Oh, we haven't been here yet. Good work, Rose, though I worry for Matsya. What's happened to them? It cannot be. We must heal those we can, and quickly. I see no beasts, but stay on your guard. What? Help. Okay. The cooling body has already begun to stiffen. The massive wound suggests the villager was gored by a terrible beast. Horizontal Hure, Korien dead. The villager has no pulse, nor do they appear to be breathing. Though the villager's injuries do not appear to be life-threatening, he does not respond to your efforts. His breathing grows more ragged and shallow, and his vacant eyes are those of a man who has lost the will to live. Even if I wake, the nightmare goes on. No, leave me to sleep. You call out, but the man does not respond. Ah! His wounds are deep, but he may yet be saved. Go and help the others. Have you come to help us? Too late, my family, my friends. Why, the horror! Are these the only villagers who survived? I can only hope others may manage to flee, but if the rest have been turned to beasts by the 12, let us do what we can to see that the damage spreads no further, and no matter what comes, we must keep our spirits high, lest we ourselves suffer a similar fate. Did you attune to the Aetheryte? I'm pretty sure I did, but I'll double check. Yee. That we might live, Alphanol is determined to offer the villagers what succor he can. I can tend to the rest. Pray look after Matsya. No doubt what we have seen weighs even heavier on his heart than ours. Stay by Matsya's side, Rose. Unlike us, he's not accustomed to seeing such horrors. The horror. I pray that the sisters will see us through this calamity. Oh, Rose, Rose! This is Yurovet, the elder here. He is hurt, but praise be to the sisters, he still lives. Young Matsya here has told me everything. I have not the words to express my gratitude for your aid. When the heavens began to burn, we were afraid, but did our best to carry on as we have always done. Until today, when those unholy beasts came pouring into our village, a flood of midnight and death. Yet there are no words to describe what followed. Men and women I have known since they were babes, struck down by the creatures, only to rise again to join the murderous horde in the guise of those same hideous fiends. In the chaos, a handful of our villagers fled for their lives. I can only hope they have found their way to safety. Matsya, do you perchance remember Karasaf and Mevan, the young couple who always brought your freshest catches. How could I forget, Elder? When I first came to peddle my wares, desperate to eke out a living, they showed me such kindness. Others shunned me as an outsider, as is their way, but Karasaf and Mevan bought my fish and sung its praises. They turned my fortunes around. Alas, I fear they are in terrible danger. I saw them running towards Agama Temple, one of those beasts in close pursuit. They had their child, still but a tiny babe. To elude these fiends while caring for one so young is an impossible task. Surely, I beg of you, go to their aid. I want to help them, yet I am but a fisherman. I cannot face beasts on my own. Will you come help me? Oh, thank you. Agama Temple lies to the west of here. We must hurry. I hope they're okay. Waking up still can't decide if I want coffee. Coffee's always good. Unless it's too hot. Well, then you could have iced coffee, I guess. I haven't had coffee in a little bit though, I will say. The temple's just ahead. It was built by those who worship Saint Agama, but has sadly fallen into disrepair in recent years. If my friends made it this far, no doubt they are hiding somewhere amidst the ruins. No, please, stay back! Gah! That was Karasaf. Oh no, this is not good. Let's take a look. But please do, the cry came from the ruins. You must hurry. Oh. Oh, don't tell me this is his wife and child. No! Monkey! This Reaper. It's just trying to help. I've been paying attention much the last few streams. What do you main, Scholar? Well, the thing is, I always fall back to maining Scholar. Or is this about the tea? I main Scholar. Well, I always fall back to maining Scholar, even if I try a different class. I was going to play Sage for the MSQ, but I decided to just stick to Scholar. How high is the chance I can create a character if I start playing FF now? Well, you can create the character, you probably won't be able to get on a server right now. You have a better chance of getting into the server in the mornings. The man lies motionless on the ground, bearing a grievous wound. I'm sorry, Rose. I tried to stay behind, but I couldn't. No, it cannot be. Is anyone... arms so heavy, and my legs, I cannot feel my legs. My wife fled with our daughter. I need to find them, need to be with them. I need... Karasav, no Karasav, you must stay strong. More time, I thought I had. I don't want to die. Thank you. Please find them. Mevan still lives, and she has their child. We must search the jungle between here and Palakastan. There's nowhere else she could have gone, I think. God, the music just sells it so well. It's insane. Forgive me, Karasav. Once we have saved your wife and child, we will return and lay you to rest. Yeah, it's a bit finicky being able to create a character, but you're just gonna have to look for a time where servers aren't as busy. If you were trying to create one in EU, that would be probably in the mornings. But you could make a character and save their appearance, so that you don't have to recreate the character again later. I hope you'll be able to get in soon. You see no tracks or other signs of recent travel. Mevan and the child must be elsewhere. No. Yay, helping each other. The queues are pretty dead on EU from midnight to 10 AM. Like, even I logged in at like, I think like 12 GMT today or something like that. And I waited maybe like 5 minutes to get in. See no evidence of their passage. Alright, on weekdays it might be dead for a while longer, yeah. Yeah, like weekdays are fine if you're logging in like the early afternoon, usually speaking. Weekends though, weekends are a bit harder to get in. Did you see any sign of them? I found nothing. Perhaps the beasts have chased them farther from the village. Oh gods above, I beseech you, pray deliver Mevan and her little one to safety. Meanwhile, in the skies above Thavnair. Oh, Estinian? Yeah, okay, nice.
No more enemies to trouble us here.
It's me. How fare you below?
Understood. I will inform Vritra.
Oh no. Dude, if the fucking
Chaos
dragon
and panic sweep
transforms.
Razathan, and
If
many
the
more
dragon
succumb to the
transforms, we're gonna be
transformations.
pooped.
Amidst the fray, Ahawan fell, protecting a grief-stricken father. My friends fight alongside your Radiant host to secure the capital. Beasts have been sighted in Palakistan as well. We have divided our forces in hopes of quelling the threat there. Of small solace is that we now know what triggers the transformation. As my companions tell it,
so it is the very fear and despair in their hearts which inflict this abhorrent punishment upon them. A nightmare from which my children will never awake. O capricious and cruel fate, they are undeserving of such condemnation.
will you wallow in sorrow or rise to the occasion? Razathan is leaderless. Before he passed, Ahawan sought to reveal the truth to his people. Honor his wishes.
To what end? To breed a new conflict between dragon and man. These claws could reduce thee to shreds with a touch. These jaws crush thy bones to dust. Only through my proxy could I walk with my children. Without him, I am a bringer of fear, no different from the beasts which beleaguer them.
Perhaps so.
Only in death were Hraesvelgr and Shiva united. Indeed, whenever man and dragon have come together, death has ever been the inevitable result. It was our fear of your kind that sparked a nigh-endless war. Fear and hate of which Nidhogg drank deep as he laid waste to my homeland. And in turn, I took my revenge on his brood. Blood for blood, pain for pain. I thought nothing of theirs, only of mine. And yet, were the chasm between us too vast and too deep, Hraesvelgr would not have borne Isael to battle and our rescue. He would never have entrusted a mortal champion with one of his eyes, and the Dragonsong War would still rage on. And I would still wage a never-ending war of violence and vengeance. The future of our star be damned.
I'm so glad Estinian is part of the main story again.
For Ahawan's greater goals. Yet I know that he served you, served your people, long and true.
So
In
glad.
this time of unprecedented crisis, he turned to you. You could do worse than to place your trust in him. It will not be easy, but the future of Razathan hangs in the balance. We have company.
Ah, yeah. Let me see Estinian fight. Show him off.
I'm ready.
The hour has come, Vritra. It's all or nothing!
you do this to me? Ah! He did say it, yeah. Matsuya cannot help but fear the worst. If Mehan fled deeper into the jungle, she and her child are in grave danger. Whatever are we to do? Gods have mercy. You must try to stay calm, Matsuya. But how can I at a time like this? They could be dead. You are going to end up like one of these beasts if you continue. So if I allow myself to be overcome by this fear, I too might become a beast. I am not sure I understand, but I will do my best. I've seen to the wounded. How did the two of you fare? Did you find your friends? I see. In that case, let us help you find the mother and child. Before we leave, we must ensure the village will be safe in our absence. Alizai and I will patrol the area and search for more beasts. Would you and Matsuya speak with Elder Yeruvet? Pray explain to him the situation and join us as soon as you are able. We will save Mevan and her child. We can do that much for Karasaf. These names... These names are really hard to read. Like, read out loud, I mean. It will not be easy, but I will tell the Elder about Karasaf. I am heartened to see you both safe, but what of the family? We found Karasov, but he... Say no more, I understand. We have lost another of our dear friends. Karasov may be gone, but there is still hope for Mevan and their child. Please find them, I beg of you. And if, in your search, you come across anyone else who escaped the slaughter, pray tell them what has happened. I will do my best to keep the villagers safe and their spirits high. Come, let us rejoin your friends at once. Where might Mevan have run off to? Think, Matsuya, think. We encountered no beasts during our patrol, thankfully. I'm pleased to report that the vicinity appears to be beast-free, no doubt thanks to your earlier efforts. And with that, let us resume our search for your friend and her child. Where should we begin, Matsuya? If we follow Xiroda south, we will arrive at Purhusa, a temple. It is a sacred place where people go to commune with divinities. It's possible that Meva sought shelter there, and perhaps other villagers as well. Then it's settled. Matsuya, stay close to me, alright? You two take the lead. Keep an eye out for beasts and anyone in need of help. Very well. We make for Purhusa as quickly as we are able. With me. Man. I hope they're okay. Villager woman. If I had attacked that mob in the background, I swear to God, I would have been so upset. we go. Thank you, I thought I was done for. Mevan, she's a friend of mine too, but I have not seen her. She must still be out there somewhere trying to avoid the beasts. And with her child, gods, worry not for me. I can make my way back to the village on my own. Okay. Just don't get eaten by a crocodile, please. Rose, wait, Pursa lies just up ahead, but something terrible has happened. The beasts have come, and many have already been killed. Alphino and Alizé have gone to do what they can, but there are so many. More than I could count. You must be ready. Oh god. Oh no! Monkey is gone. Oh, people are too nice! They're too nice! Goodbye. You ride your giant giraffe wherever. Remain calm and do not wander off. I will tend to the wounded. The game's gonna make me come up here in like 2 seconds after I've defeated all the other enemies. I can feel it, and I went the worst route possible. Come on, let me eat my fairy. Thank you. Eeh. Nom. A nice evening snack. Okay. Oh, I gotta go speak to Alphino. No big deal, no big deal. I just hope everyone else in the city is safe. There you are. How fare the others? I see, you've seen to all the beasts in sight. In that case, let's have everyone gather in front of the temple.
Courage, friend. The pain will pass.
Has anyone seen Mevan? Where could she be?
We've dealt with all the blasphemies, and made certain no villagers are still in hiding.
Good work. We've otherwise tended to the wounded as best we can.
What will become of us?
Help is on the way, surely. We may have to abandon our homes now, but we will return, someday.
But where can we go? Is anywhere even safe?
That I cannot say.
Well, I can. Nowhere's safe. Run all you like, but there's no escaping these things. And even if I could, it's too late for my family.
This isn't good. The more they dwell on the tragedy, the more likely we are to lose them too.
My friends, this is a place of worship. Should your heart quake with sadness, cast your mind to the heavens and remember. Remember the teachings of the old gods. Did they not implore us to stand fast when waves of sorrow break against our shores?
This is very different, but so similar to the Garlemald arc. It's very nice, very nicely done.
Know this, my children. There is more ugliness than beauty in this world. To live is to suffer. To drink of calamity and drown in anguish. To toil and be tested. Always and ever.
'Tis a perilous path you walk. Death lurks in the dark, and is the sole promise that awaits at journey's end. You will tremble with terror. You will weep tears of anger and despair.
But do not avert your eyes. See your life for what it is. Then will you see how the hardships make you strong.
Every doubt reforged as scales for your armor. Every agony to temper your blade.
The specific OST is gonna be just like the Anohana ending. This game is gonna condition me to cry on command when I hear this song playing.
My undying gratitude to you as well, my friends. You were searching for Mevon, no? We must return home. I pray you help the boy find his friend.
Gladly. We dispatched what beasts we could, but the roads are still dangerous. Stay together and go in safety.
Athendra, thank you so much for becoming a paranormal investigator. Welcome.
That was very impressive, what you did back there. Those words seem to resonate with your people.
They should. They were the first spoken unto our ancestors by the divinity of legend. I'm easily upset, and fish are wont to flee a temperamental hand, so I recite the teachings over and over to calm myself.
They're lovely and inspiring to hear. Though I imagine they were born of great misfortune.
They are born of life. There's as much bad as good in it. More, many would attest. All the more reason to appreciate the good when you can.
I won't argue with that.
Best elephant boy? Yes, absolutely.
In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow.
And with that, let us see if we can't find Mervyn.
Huh?
Did you see? That beast was chasing someone.
Let's go, let's go! We gotta see what's wrong. Oh, back to the fucking jammer. We must go after them at once. Over there, my view was blocked by the trees, but I'm sure I saw someone being chased by a beast. Rose, go with Matsia and search along the river. Alphino and I will circle around from the south. I didn't speak with Matsia. That's fine. All right.
That's her! No, I'm sure of it! Mervyn!
Don't! Please!
Oh shit! Get him, Alphino! Oh, this is the shot from the trailer! Man, that's fucking cool. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Don't do that. Not cool.
No! God have mercy!
Oh shit! We didn't even hesitate! Let's go! Where's the baby? Anne's lifeless body floats before you, battered and broken. Her death no doubt came swiftly. Her infant daughter, however, is nowhere to be seen. Can't see it on the map. Down? Oh! That jump was a 10? Yeah, it really was. Come on, surely the baby might still be alive. Maybe. You take the babe into your arms. If she yet lives, you cannot tell, but she will surely not survive unless you carry her to the surface at once. Man, that was cool. Oh, no, 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 what do we do? What do we do? So, where are they? Where are they? Did you find Mevin and the child? Damn it all. You have the child? Let me see her. Where are they?
She's so cold, Elfino.
The child is alert, and I see no wounds, and yet she grows weaker. My spells can do no more. What she needs is a change of clothes and a warm bed. We must hurry back. Not now!
Matsia, take the child.
It's so tiny in his giant hands.
God damn it. It appears we've made enough noise to be heard for miles around. More will be upon us ere long. We make our stand here. Mattia, can you take her back to the village?
But the child, all by myself. You can't be serious.
You have to try.
The beasts will follow you home unless we stop them here. And so we shall. Be strong, Matsia. Her life is in your hands.
Right. I can do it.
I know you can. We'll keep them busy, Matsia. Go! Quickly!
Man, how I wish I was playing a class with a cool looking weapon. Like Dark Knight or Warrior. But here we are.
Steady. You know the way.
Book. No!
No! Not you too! Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid! To live is to suffer, to drink of calamity. It is a perilous path. Death lurks in the dark.
No!
No! I'm not
No!
afraid! I'm not afraid! Ah! Do not avert your eyes. See your life for what it is. See how the hardships make you strong. Every doubt we forged.
No!
Every agony.
Yes! Estinian! Oh my god! Thank God! Jesus! Ah!
The divinity.
Nay, but one who would deliver thee just the same.
I'm so glad. Aww.
Please. You must save the child. She is all that remains of Mevan and Grasef. Please.
Well, well. Seems the babe's taken a liking to you.
Thou art strong, little one. Let us convey thee to thy home.
I spied our friends as we flew in. They appeared to be holding their own against the Horde.
I really thought they were dead, man. Ah!
Right. That's the last of them. We should hurry and find Matsia.
I have a feeling he'll be fine.
Really? How can you be so sure?
A fine battle it must have been. Shame I missed it.
You
Estinian,
smug motherfucker.
it was you who came to Matia's aid.
I was only along for the ride. Vritra was the one who saw the boy was in need. The two are headed back to the village.
Where the worm will honor Ahiwan's wishes and finally reveal himself to his people.
Perhaps so. Will you go and join them?
There's something I need to do first. Mervyn gave her life so that her child might live. She deserves better than to be left to drift alone.
Yes.
She deserves to be laid to rest beside her husband at least. Will you help me?
Yes, I will. Of course I will. What kind of question is that, Alize? Go. I will keep watch until your work is done. We have done what we can. 'Tis for the villagers of Palaka stand to perform the funeral rites. If nothing else, Mivan and Karasaf died as they lived, as themselves, and not as beasts. Their souls will find peace in the ethereal sea. To think the day would come when even that smallest of solaces would be this comforting. May their souls be reunited one day, for that and so many others. For that and so many other blessed possibilities, we must avert the final days. Stinian stands in silence, a grim expression on his face. You are ready then? In that case, let's head back to Palakistan. No doubt Vitra is awaiting us. Oh, this expansion is killing me. It really is. Rest easy, for all is well here. Young Matsuo returned with the babe safe in his arms. Owing to a warm bed, the girl hath already begun to regain her strength. less joyously receive was word of the mother and father's fate, as well as that of their transformed neighbors. How many children of Thavnir must we lose to this calamity? Mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, every death another void that can never be filled. We who survive them must carry the weight of their memory as we strive to regain a semblance of what we have lost. Karasaf and Mevan's babe is a child of Thavnir as well. I thank you for returning her to us safe. O most great and merciful worm, I have not the words to express my gratitude. They say that were it not for you, brave Matzia and the child would have been lost to us forever. Long had I heard the rumors that a mighty dragon had forged a pact of friendship with the satrap, but I never would have expected such a kind and gentle soul. Truth in part, but not in whole. I am Vitra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode. An isle I have ruled over as satrap, with Ahewan as my loyal servant. Are my ears to be believed? You were the true satrap all along? Nadana! Sorry about my alarm. Nadana, what are you doing here? I heard from the Radiant that you had gone to help the people of Palakastan in their time of need, and so I and several of my colleagues from the Great Work came to offer our services. Their alchemists have already brewed up some potions for Miven's daughter. But enough about us. You and your role are the far greater enigma. If you were the true satrap all along, could it be that young Varshan was created to serve as your emissary? Thou didst suspect the boy was but a simulacrum. A rumor has circulated for many years around the High Crucible that our most skilled alchemists were once commissioned by the satrap's family in secret to fashion a mammoth indistinguishable from a living boy. Looking at Varshan without knowledge, I simply put two and two together. I was not alone in drawing this conclusion, but like me, they no doubt recognized that the satrap was using the simulacrum to work more closely with his people and decided not to press the issue. I had always assumed one of Ahewan's associates was manipulating it from afar, though the truth is indeed far more surprising. It is an honor to meet you in the flesh, Master Vitra. Pray allow me to express my gratitude. If you had not believed in and given unto us your scales, I do not know where we would be. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. 'Twas thou and thy fellow alchemists that fashioned the means to unmake the towers. You are the saviors not only of Razat-Han, but the star. Far too kind you are, Master Vitra, but the star yet wants for salvation. Once more will my colleagues and I commit the knowledge of resources at our disposal to the mission of aiding the people in this their darkest hour. 'Twould seem this place is in good hands. I would return to see how Razat-Han fares. What will you do, Scions? I worry for the survivors we met at Purusa. Shall we pay them a visit before making our way back? In that case, might I ask a favor? Nothing too burdensome, I promise. This way. I kind of want to keep going for another half an hour, so this is bad. Either way, I'll be back in just 1 minute chat. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry about that. I've been using my old phone as a YouTube machine. Because my new phone doesn't have a headphone jack, and I don't have wireless headphones that work with it. And my 7 o'clock alarm went off on my other phone, and I could hear it in the other room. So yeah, I had to go turn it off. Sorry about that, chat. Yeah, I kind of want to keep going for just a little bit. Also, Blaster, thank you for becoming a paranormal investigator. It's funny when people get a sub before they follow me. Welcome back, thank you. Yeah, I kind of want to keep going for just a little bit. Just a tiny bit longer. Did you add some AirPods to your throne wish list? Nah. AirPods are... I mean, how much are they, anyway? Vitra chose to reveal his identity to the villagers of Palakistan before all others. A wise choice, considering the warm reception. He even seemed a little relieved. It remains to be seen how the people of Radzat will take the news, but if this was any indication, he need not worry. Elrose, running through that dark jungle, there was a time when I thought all was lost. Had Master Vitra and Astinia not arrived when they did? No, I must focus on the good. Mevan's precious daughter is safe and sound, and that is all that matters. No, I wasn't gonna get AirPods. They're too expensive. Well, I love the aroma. I wonder what sort of spices those are. At least not for now. Curious, isn't it? The burning sky is so ominous, yet the crackling flames here are somehow calming. No, I don't speak to Matsia! No! Needs to simmer just a bit longer, I'd say. In the meantime, I was hoping I might ask you a few questions. The red sky, these terrible beasts, what in the name of the sisters is happening here in Thavnair? Oh my, that's rather a lot to take in. It would seem the situation is even more grave than we suspected. Thank you, friend. My colleagues and I will use your knowledge to see if I can further our own research. And with that, here we are. A lot of piping hot chai, brewed from my own secret recipe of spices and tea leaves, together with heartier helpings of rich milk and purest sugar. I've made enough for everyone in the village. Might I trouble you to deliver a few cups? The drink has medicinal properties, then? Not in the least. The ingredients are quite ordinary. It's so very tasty, though, and has a way of lifting the spirits. The spicy aroma and distinctive sweetness of chai is a simple, everyday pleasure on our island. Sometimes the best medicine is the simplest. A lovely sentiment, Nidana. By all means, allow us to assist. I go through earbuds like no one else and have used a wide range of them. AirPods Pro sound great. Yeah, I have them and they're fucking great. Oh, I'm glad you like them. While you lot distribute hot beverages, I'll do a sweep for errand beasts to slay. A far less arduous task, no doubt. When you finish, look for me at the wakeful Torana. Wakeful. Oh, Rose, running through that dark jungle, there was a time when I thought all was lost. Had Master Vitra and Astinia not arrived when they did? No, I must focus on the good. Mevan's precious daughter is safe and sound, and that's all that matters. I would be most obliged if you could deliver a few cups of chai to the villagers. I am certain will do much to soothe their aching bodies and heavy hearts. Nah. Like, I've looked into them, and it's not... Like, I am interested in trying them. It's just, they are a very steep investment. And I don't use... I don't listen to music on my phone all that much besides, falling asleep to YouTube videos, so... wait, I know you. You were the one who saved us from those beasts back at the temple. Were it not for you, well, let's not even think about that. At times like this, we mustn't dwell on what might have been, but look to the future. Well, what future awaits us? How can Radzat hope to recover from this? Most of my friends are gone. I don't know where to turn. A cup of chai? Well, if you insist. Ah, that aroma has a way of clearing the mind. Come to think of it, we faced our fair share of trials in the past as well. And no matter how hard the times, we've always come together as a people united. One day at a time, one step at a time, for that is all any of us can do. Yes, back to work. Once I finish this cup, thank you. I can really recommend these Xiaomi ones. They're just 20 bucks and work super well. I might look into it. Well, I kind of have to use them because my charging port is broken. I have to use a wireless charging pad to charge my already broken phone. I hope you'll be able to get it repaired or something like that soon. It sounds a bit annoying. I might look into it, but I'm doing okay for now using my old phone just for YouTube, as slow as it is. I just forgot to turn it off, that's all. Besides, buying like Bluetooth headphones isn't really a priority right now. I'd much rather save my money for the mixer. I'm sorry, I just want to be left alone. My best friend and I, we fled the village together. One of the beasts took him and it was all I could do to run. All the while I could hear this monstrous voice screaming my name. This is for me? We used to drink chai together often, shared stories over steaming cups after a hard day's work. Thank you, friend. The pain may never pass, but I must press on all the same, for his memory and for we who must remember. I've ordered replacement parts. They were expensive, but I fixed phones before and it was cheaper to fix it than get a new phone. Oh yeah, definitely. I've never fixed anything like that myself. I'm too scared I'll break it more. The aroma of that chai truly is irresistible. Do you suppose Nadana would mind if I helped myself to a cup? Thank you for coming to my rescue. Now that I am safe, I must follow your example and find a way to help where I can. I don't need repairs. It's not hard. It's like Legos, but it's delicate Legos, easy to break stuff. Look at them, lazying about, knowing full well the beast might strike again at any moment. Do they not realize their lives are in danger? Well, I, for one, intend to survive. I'm too young to die. Yes, I'll leave this island behind if I must. But where would I go? Is anywhere else safe these days? A cup of chai. Can't you see I have more important things to worry about? No, you're right. It is precisely in times like these that we must strive to remain calm and steady. I do believe I'll visit the Elder and see what needs to be done. If there is any way I can aid my village and my friends, I will do it. Okay, we've already read that. Thank you for delivering the chai, Rose. Did it help to lift the villagers' spirits? I'd say so. That is heartening to hear indeed. The final days show no signs of abating, but that is all the more reason that we must try to keep our composure. Our lives here have been forever changed. The people we have lost will never return to us. These tragedies will long weigh on our hearts, but we have the capacity to live without our suffering, to carry the agony till we too join the fallen in death. It is not a surrender, but a recognition, for it is only in acceptance that we find the strength to move forward. I love the FF14 Fat Cat so much. Yeah, me too. I actually have the Fat Cat plushie, but on my throne, I have like the Fat Cat plush tissue box cover. Who are you? We have to thank you for our survival. It is not something I'll soon forget, you can be sure. Under his wing, Matsuya is eyeing you as if there is something he wants to say. As you have finished your deliveries, might I talk with you for a moment? I was curious to know what has become of Mevan and Karasov's remains. We buried them in the jungle, I think. Oh, thank you, friend. Surely they will be able to rest peacefully by each other's side. And I and the people of Palakistan will perform the rites as soon as we are able. As for the child, it will not be easy for her growing up without her parents, but I promise to do what I can. Once she is able to eat solid food, the fish I catch will help nourish her. That's really sweet. Well, we finished delivering the chai. I do believe everyone has a piping hot cup. I could almost believe that there's a magic at work, how their tension fades with every sip. Let us pray that Palakistan has seen the last of those transformations, at least for now. They are still at risk, as every village in Thavnir, like as not. Still, I trust we can leave this place in the care of our friends from the Radiant In the High Crucible. Shall we return to Razathan? By all means, do not let us keep you further. There are still many who have need of wisdom and strength to deliver them from this terrible calamity. And I will do what I can as well. I will bring rations and supplies from Akyali. We have plenty to spare. Then let us find Estinian and be on our way. Where did he wander off to again? The wakeful Torana, near the bridge to Razathan, as I recall. Very well, then. Alright, let's finish up this quest and then switch over to Ruined King, I think. I feel like we made very little progress, but that's okay. It's better than not streaming it at all. There, gotta help my scholar buddies, I think. I have apprised Estinian of the situation at Palakistan, so we needn't have that conversation. How do you suppose the others have fared in the capital? I hope things have not been too eventful in our absence. Alphinaud told me everything. Full glad I am here the people are safe. Likewise, you will be pleased to know I found no evidence of lingering beasts in the jungle and ruins. 'Twould seem you finished off the last of them. Trying times yet lie ahead for the people of Thavnair. Fortunately, they have a wise and benevolent satrap to shepherd them through. Speaking of which, I received word from Thancred not a short while ago. He awaits our return to the city of Alzadal's path. Come. I'm assuming through here. Yes. Okay. Oh, the gates are open now as well. Making me walk all the way instead of there just being a gatekeeper. Alright. The poor old woman who became a beast said her grandson had gone to Palakistan. I hope you survived. There's a lingering sense of desolation here, but that is much preferable to the panic and chaos we saw before. It will be a struggle for the people to come to terms with these tragedies, but they are far stronger than you may think. What a powerful glamour. Wow, this looks cool. Ah, sorry. It is good to see you safe. Given the skies, it's all too easy to fear the worst. I am pleased to report that we've succeeded in quelling the threat here in the city. The beasts, have all been felled, and the citizens are safer now. I've also heard from the Radiant that an important proclamation will be made in the city square, though they said no more than that. Might you have any idea what this is about? Probably the satrap revealing himself, right? Savitra is finally coming out from behind the curtain. I suppose we too should hear what he has to say. To Megaduda then, but before that it would appear that word of the assembly has not yet reached all of the citizens. If anyone along the way seems unaware, we'd best enlighten them. I'm sure everyone will hear about it soon enough, but those who don't attend will be kicking themselves later for missing what's certain to be a historic moment. I'm assuming I still can't attune to the ether, right? They'll probably, like, tell me if I can or can't in the story. But I can still try. I can still try. Nope. Bong bong bonk. Ching. Alright. Are the beasts all gone? I've been hiding and I'm too scared to go out and look. All crafter/gatherers level 90. Congrats! Nice. Oh, that's a relief. I thought one of those beasts was going to eat me. I wonder where Vorshan is. He's the slowest runner. I hope he got away. He could be with the other people from the palace. Maybe I'll see him in the square. Oh, you're in for a surprise. Leave me be, please. I swear to you, my flesh tastes absolutely terrible. Oh gods, what are you doing scaring me like that? If we're not quiet, those beasts will find us. The square, you say? But that's where the satrap was killed. With my very eyes, I saw him crushed in that creature's maw. So many lives lost, such terrible carnage. And you say there is somewhere else we would lead Radsadhan in his stead? There's someone else who would lead Radsadhan in his stead. Whoever they are, if they say anything to sully the memory of our beloved satrap, I'll make them regret it. Well. Finish rounding up the stragglers? The proclamation will begin shortly. Let's wait here, lest we miss something important. Welcome back, Rose. Alphino told me everything. I was pleased to hear that Vitra has chosen to reveal himself at last. The people of Radsadhan need a strong and wise satrap more than ever. People are slowly making their way here, but many are still gripped by fear and doubt. Hopefully Vitra's message of hope will resonate strongly enough with the ones willing to listen, spread to every corner of Thavnair. I hear you were able to bring the situation at Palakastan under control. Every life lost is a tragedy, but you should take pride in doing what you could. When I assumed command during the earlier panic, I did so instinctively and out of necessity. It was not my place to give orders, but I am glad the people heeded them. But now they have need of a true leader, a magnanimous and just satrap who can guide them every step of the way. Fortunately, they are blessed with one such soul. If anyone can protect and guide them through this calamity, it is he. It would seem the people still have lingering doubts, and I cannot blame them. Yet we know what strength is afforded us with one of the first brood on our side. I have faith the citizenry will come to understand and accept him in time. Worm and man, working towards a common goal. I hope this cutscene isn't an hour long.
Look! Someone's coming!
People of Radsadhan, it warms my heart to see so many brave, resilient souls before me. Today, I would share with you a great revelation. But before I do, I must make a humble request. Do not be alarmed, nor avert your eyes. See the one I unveil for who he is, and know that he means you no harm.
Very well. I dare say it can't be worse than the horrors we've already seen.
True.
Many thanks.
A dragon!
Wow.
People of Radzathan, I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode. 'Tis as the Satrap's ally I am known. Today, I would reveal the truth unto you.
Let us hope they accept him.
If I am hearing this right, you were the satrap all along?
Vashan! I mean, Master Vitra, does your divine eye really see all?
Nay, child. While mine eye hath borne witness to the whole of our nation's history, to its future I am blind as thee. Countrymen, calamity the likes of which we have never known is come to Thavnir, our home. Friends and loved ones have been taken from us. I, too, have lost my closest confidant. Ahawan loved this land and served it with dignity till his dying breath. A nobler satrap there will never be. For so long, I lacked the courage to face you. I will not easily earn your trust, this I know. And yet, I cannot sit idly by and abandon Radzathan to her fate. A font of boundless vibrancy, this jewel of the ocean. Since time immemorial, hath she glittered with every color imaginable. To this dragon, slumbering in his dark lair, 'twas a mesmerizing sight, and one that brought no end of joy to my heart. This calamity hath stolen too much from you already, yet so long as you live, the light of Radzathan will never be extinguished. I pray you let me watch over it. Over you. And lend me your strength, that we might face this trial and those to come as one.
I do not know you, dragon, but I thank you for speaking the truth to us. As divinities, both Manusha and Riga once joined together. So too do I believe that hand in hand, we can overcome this ordeal and welcome an era of peace.
A sight that would have surely brought a smile to Azael's face.
Indeed.
Why are you here? Piss off. I'm gonna throw hands.
Excuse me.
but I must speak with the Satrap at once.
Wait, they have legs! See?
You have suffered dearly of late, yet you must endeavor to look beyond these losses to the future you yet have. On behalf of the Forum of Sharlayan, I come with a proposal by which you, the people of Radzat-Han, might be saved. I say again, I must speak with your Satrap. I beseech you, take me to him with all possible...
Those are fake? Okay. I believe you.
I am Satrap here. Speak thy proposal. All present shall hear and judge.
If I have given offense, then I apologize. First, allow me to share with you what knowledge we have of the phenomenon responsible for your woes. The final days. 'Tis an affliction of stagnancy and rot, sown into the currents of the star. Though the first prominent manifestation was here, in Thavnair, it will invariably spread to every corner of the world. The Forum was forewarned of this apocalypse several centuries ago. Thenceforth, my predecessors sought to prepare for the end times in the only conceivable fashion, by securing a means of escape.
Escape the star? What madness is this?
'Tis by no means madness. With the coming of the 7th umbral calamity, the true nature of the Red Moon, Dalamud, was revealed. That it was an artificial construct of ancient Alag. But what of the Silver Moon? This celestial satellite is yet another technological marvel fashioned and maintained by ancient allies. A ship that will sail the heavens and deliver our people from destruction. And by our people, I speak not only of Sharlayan. We mean
There's
to save
no
every
way
man, woman, and
the people
child
of
it is within our
Thavnair are just
power
going to
to
leave,
save.
right?
Including you, our dear friends of Radzat-Han.
I've acquired
Recent
coffee?
events
Nice.
necessitate adjustments be made, and quickly, but we can and will escort you safely to the moon.
Long has thy forum been allies to Thavnair. I trust thou dost not extend this offer lightly. Yet I wonder, is this truly the way? Is there a future to be built for us beyond this star our father deemed the last bastion of hope?
It is for that very reason I come before you and your people. To answer any and all of your questions. To offer my assurances and allay your fears. Though, if you wish the best for your people, I advise you to render your decision swiftly.
Zero, no.
Show our friends to Megaduta. They are to be received as honored guests. Worry not. Whatever decision is reached, your paths shall be yours to decide. Until then, heed the warning of these brave heroes. Guard your hearts against fear and despair, for it is within such fertile soil that the seeds of blasphemy find purchase. Remain calm and attend to your daily tasks. I shall return anon.
We'll do as you say, Master Vitra. We believe in you.
It's a very good cutscene, yeah.
Oh, you're still here. What a relief.
Nidana, what's the matter? Has something happened at Palaka's stand?
Oh, no, not that I know of. I just hope to hear your thoughts on a theory of mine. All who undergo the transformation are drained of their ether, yes? What is it then that gives these beasts the strength to carry on as they do? Logically, they must be drawing upon an alternate form of vital energy. That put me in mind of our earlier conversation, when I tried to explain the essence which many confuse with ether.
Oh!
Akasha. Yes, I remember. The unseen gift bestowed from on high. An energy influenced solely by emotion.
Ah!
Yes, yes. In this instance, negative ones set Akasha into motion, thereby infusing the beasts with vitality. I posit this as the mechanism by which the beasts are born and sustained. Ah, do you still have that flower?
Oh, Jesus.
If we accept that it once shone bright by drawing upon Akasha, influenced by the thoughts of those nearby...
Well, there goes the flower.
Then fear, terror, despair, negative emotions so powerful as to suffocate it, permeated the air in this place. You must be very careful. The forces which drive the final days may be beyond our ability to perceive. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you like that. At any rate, I will continue my research into Akasha. Do temper your expectations, however. There are sadly few detailed studies upon which I may draw.
Formulating a new theory as you have is itself no small feat. I wish you well in your endeavors, and pray you take care.
Thank you. You stay safe as well, yes? Till next we meet. And we will meet again.
The question is, though, where does Akasha come from? How do we control it? Well, I guess controlling our emotions could work, but... I have been entrusted with a message meant for you and your companions. When you are done speaking amongst yourselves, I would share it with you. Their solution sits ill with me, but if life has taught me anything, it is that there is little to be gained from arguing with Sharlayans. We must take it upon ourselves to find a better way. Even were Vitra to acquiesce to their proposal, just how do the Sharlayans intend to transport the nation's entire populace to the moon? We have no better, safer course of action to offer them than fleeing to the moon. I know this, and yet Vitra and his people love their home. There must be something we can do. That soldier of the Radiant there, if I am not mistaken, he accompanied Ahewan to Vanaspati. Could it be that he knew Vitra's identity all along? Under normal circumstances, the Forum's proposal would be regarded as sheer madness. When the sky burns, even madness can sound appealing. Doubtless Vitra is loath to abandon his home, and yet absent other options, he cannot dismiss the option out of hand. I suggest completing the next quest too for a good time to end. How long is the next quest? As far as we have come, and after all the horrors we have seen, there's still so much we do not know about the final days. Could it be, as Nirana said, that the cause of this phenomenon is beyond our comprehension? And if so, are we powerless to forestall it? sets up the next stuff. I'm just worried that it's like gonna be another half an hour or something. At World's End, the Radiant Host soldier has a message. Okay, it doesn't have a picture, so I assume it's not gonna be too long. The Radiant Host soldier has a message for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Greetings, honored Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have a message from His Excellency the Satrap. Jesus, that was really hard to read out. Brave Scions, you have my gratitude for aiding my people in this most trying of times. Alas, matters here at Megaduda prevent me from meeting you all in person. As a token of mine appreciation, I have arranged for a feast to be held in your honor. May it nourish you in preparation for the trials ahead. Such are the words of Master Vitra. The feast he speaks of awaits you at Mered's Mayhain. Pray make your way there whenever your business is done. We thank you for your kindness indeed. I was hoping we might find a place to discuss our next course of action, and that seems an ideal venue. To you, Rose Silverthorn, there's someone we had hoped to introduce to you in particular. While I am loath to detain you further, might you spare a moment of your time? Personal invitation, knowing full well your services are in the highest demand right now, this must be important. Worry not, we'll save some food for you, so take all the time you need. I thank you, my friend. Whenever you're ready, please join me in Aetheryte Plaza. I shall go on ahead. Access to the Aetheryte you see there has been restricted to a select few ever since the tower first appeared. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience, but it was deemed too dangerous to permit the free movement of visitors at a time of emergency, a risk we could not take. In light of recent developments, however, the Satrap has decided that such restrictions would only hinder our efforts to combat the final days. As such, I would encourage you to attune with the Aetheryte before proceeding along the corridor. Great, finally. Wait, is Radzatan the endgame city? It could be. It doesn't have a market board. It is, yeah. There we go. I saw the crafter handles and I was like, there's no market board here. This is the endgame hub. You must be wondering what this place is. You stand in the Hall of the Radiant Host, from where our leadership oversees all of Radz-at-Han's military operations. Sundrop, our destination, lies just ahead. Welcome to Sundrop. Without further ado, allow me to introduce you to... Oh, so you're the famous Rose Silverthorn, eh? I knew it the moment you stepped through the door. You've the look of one who's walked through hell. Shirabut, please, you are speaking to the Satrap's honored guest and the savior of our people. Can you not show a modicum of respect? What disrespect is there in paying a fellow warrior a compliment? We're all friends here, or will be soon enough. More formally, then, for the benefit of my countrymen, it is pleasure to have you with us, O great champion of Eorzea, scion of the Seventh Dawn, warrior of light and all-around good egg, I'm sure. This talk of eggs reminds me I'm late for dinner. Bah, a woman after my own heart. I like that. Don't worry, I'll keep it short. There's just a thing or two we'd like you to remember. First of all, about the room you're standing in now. Razadhan welcomes delegates from other lands to oversee trade and diplomatic dealings, and there are military matters to discuss, which is why all of these officers are stationed here in Sundrop. I imagine you're more than familiar with each of the nations they represent, yes? We've got representatives from Doma, Ulda and Alamigo, Limza Luminza, Gridania, and last but never let it be said least, Ishgard. They are the eyes, ears, and mouths that bridge the distance between Razadhan and their respective homelands. We've used this brief respite to share the details of our plight with our overseas counterparts. And wouldn't you know it, all of their leaders requested a few words from you specifically. You're a woman in high demand, eh? And so, would you mind regaling us with your own account? Indulge us before you indulge yourself? What? Wait, did they literally say good egg? Yes, it said good egg. I thank you for the report. The conditions under which men are turned to beasts, the etheric anomalies you have observed. You have given us much to consider. It is concerning that the first transformation apparently occurred before the skies turned red. 'Tis contrary to what one would expect. Thankfully, the information you conveyed to Lucia upon your return from the moon has already proven invaluable. As soon as reports of the calamity here in Thavner reached the Grand Company of Eorzea and our Far Eastern allies, our leaders knew at once that the final days were indeed upon us. They began taking steps to assess the extent of the phenomenon's spread. Our agents were able to confirm that for the time being, the skies burn only over the bounty, including this land and Corvos. Alas, this is of little comfort. Aye, all throughout allied lands, there have been reports of people transforming into hideous beasts. From what little we have learned, these incidents are similar in nature to that involving the merchant Kalzal. As was the case here, our victims underwent the change prior to the heavens being set ablaze. And so, while the burning skies have yet to manifest beyond the bounty, and transformations do not appear to be subject to any similar restriction, if anyone anywhere overcome by despair can turn, then nowhere is safe. That's about the size of it. Speaking of which, we ought to give these creatures a name, don't you think? Here in Razadhan, we've taken to calling the first to change, which tend to be the biggest, blasphemies. As fitting a name as any, to ensure clarity in future communications, we shall urge our comrades to adopt this terminology. Our leaders have taken measures to deal with the threat to the best of our abilities. Aye, each nation has assembled their own groups of elite soldiers to put down these so-called blasphemies and their spawn as and when they appear. At the same time, they are doing all in their power to put the people's minds at ease and prevent panic and fear from spreading. That said, brave souls with the strength and fortitude to fell these terrible fiends are not so easily found. Just so, and it is for that very reason that we turn to you. Pray lend us your strength and help us to slay the blasphemies that plague our homelands. Now, you don't have to give your reply before dinner. I should also mention that each blasphemy seems to possess wildly different characteristics. What works well against one may serve you poorly against another. So before you go rushing off to save everyone's day, have a word with the delegates. They'll tell you what to expect. And with that, I do believe our friend here has a feast to attend. Spare a thought for us while you're tucking into all that fine cuisine, eh? You've now gained access to new role requests for Endwalker. Oh, these are the role quests. Oh. Okay, yeah, I like that a lot, actually. I was worried there wouldn't be any, because we're already, like, level 86. Pray forgive Shirabat her rudeness. She can be a bit boisterous at times, but it is simply her nature. Anyway, my apologies for keeping you from your hard-earned rest. You will be rejoining your companions, yes? Do you know the way to the Mayhain? I know Razadhan like the back of my hand, if I'm looking at a map, that is. Glad to hear you're becoming familiar with our fair city. You'll be pleased to hear that all drinks are on the house, so order whatever suits your fancy. And with that, I must return to my post on behalf of all the Radiant Host. I thank you and your friends once more for lending your strength and courage to Razadhan in our time of need. We shall endeavor to fight the good fight to the end, that we might honor Ahewan's legacy and serve Master Vitra well. You have my word that your efforts will not be in vain. Be sure to do the role quests they intertwine with MSQ. Oh, so like in Shadowbringers. Okay. I'll do them next stream. I want to finish up as soon as possible with this so we can move on to Rune King. Because I've already kept people waiting, I'm sure. Wait, I didn't get all the mini-Aetherites? Oh, I guess I'm missing that one then. I know I must eat to regain my strength, but between you and me, I don't have much of an appetite. Go, you could join us. Mihail over there will be happy to take your order. How was your meeting with the Radiant? I would love to hear more. The threat here has been quelled, but our job's only just begun. Forgive me for not wanting to make a toast. My throat was utterly parched. Estinian, you loner. I'm overdue for a good meal. Alright, let's see this. Welcome. When the satrap asked us to entertain a party of honored guests, I was wondering who it might be. This is a lovely surprise, to say the least. By the way, I heard all about Kalzal from your friend Grahatia. I understand there was nothing that could be done, but I was heartened to hear he meant us no harm. I cannot thank you enough for dispatching the beasts. As the smallest token of our thanks, your food and drink tonight are Marid's treat. Speaking of which, what shall I start you off with? A glass of your finest local spirits. As you wish, pray join your friends and I will bring you your drink. I didn't do mine and my MSQ out-leveled me. What the fuck, alcoholic, that's me. Rune King, mod check soon after this quest. Welcome back, whatever did the Radiant want with you, pray tell. Mostly just job quests. Our allies have sent military delegates, that's news to me. Mind sharing the details? Maybe? I think this could be a voice.
So blasphemy
yes,
is now
okay.
plague all the realm.
It will only get worse if what Father said is true. As it did in Amarot.
If that's our model, then shouldn't we expect the effects to grow more severe as it feeds off its own spread? As if people transforming into those monstrosities wasn't bad enough. If the flora and fauna, if the land itself turned against us.
No one would survive.
Here's your order, friend. May you find comfort in these dark times.
Where do we go from here? If there's one thing we've learned, fighting blindly and simply reacting to what comes will accomplish nothing. We must find a solution that addresses the fundamental cause. Before our strength is exhausted, before this crisis spirals out of control. Is there something, anything we've overlooked?
If there is an answer, Hydaelyn herself will have it. 'Twas she who bound Zodiac and forestalled the final days. Alas, we have heard naught from her since the Tower of Babel. Whether she cannot or will not speak, I can only speculate. Even the flower she gave us is no more.
In our time, we call it Elpis. You would do well to remember the name.
So advised the Watcher. But what could be the significance of that name? It is entirely unfamiliar to me.
To me as well. It meant something to the ancients, though. In our time.
Most surely. Yet I do not recall a single mention of it in the records of Anida.
Another dead end. And quite literally. It's not as if there are any ancients living we could go and ask.
Not alive as such, but not quite dead.
Hmm.
Elidibus. I sealed him in the White Horus site of the Crystal Tower back on the first. Contained within that reservoir of ether that maintains it, ether that is returned little by little to the sea. Naught may remain of his soul. However, if part of it lingers, we might be able to speak with him there. I know we can no longer make that journey, but you, my friend, still can.
Wow. It would be an opportunity to look in on the others as well. That was literally my first thought. I was like, we could go check up on Reen as well. Reen and Gaia.
Thank you, my friend. That would mean much to me.
If nothing else, should we learn the first is safe, we'll have that much more reason to keep fighting the good fight. That said, the odds are not in our favor, to say the least. Which is why we're fortunate to have Urianger up there on the moon, working hard to make all the necessary preparations for our departure, should it come to it.
And why we have nothing to lose by staying the course till the last instant.
Indeed. To the last, let us all do what we can. I will consult with Master Matoya and see if she knows of a way to reach Hydaelyn from the Ethereal Sea.
And I will visit the nation's leaders and attempt to ascertain how far the final days have progressed elsewhere.
Keep me abreast of your findings. I can seek out and slay the worst of the immediate threats, if only to slow the spread.
Unease, terror, despair. Try as we might to suppress them, these emotions will return to harry us time and time again. But when they do, remember this. Your friends and loved ones are out there somewhere, sharing in your struggle. You are not alone.
So ends the brief respite before the next revelation. Yes, so much left for you to see. Where beginning ends, and end begins.
Ah! 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 Exactly, Alize. Well, I suppose I do feel better on a full stomach after all. Burning skies, blasphemies. I don't know if I've got anything to say about it. The final days, how far has the phenomenon spread, and how does it manifest itself in each land? I must reach out to my friends in each nation and find out all I can. Beasts and blasphemies may be running amok in nearby lands outside the influence of Radzad Han and the Alliance. If so, I may need to go hunting. If the Forum truly has been spurred to action by Hydaelyn's prophecy, then it is odd that the anti-tower was entrusted to Master Matoya, who bears them no love. No doubt she has a reason for this, and I would know and I would know what it is. Nothing like a feast to lift the spirits. I trust you enjoyed yourself as well? Now then, is there anything we've forgotten to mention? Are your arms and armor in good order? In that case, it's time we each attend to our tasks. And when you arrive on the first, give my regards to Reen. Tell her I miss her. Beautiful. Should Reen ask questions, don't hide the truth from her. If anything, see if she has any insights to offer. She's not a child in need of protection, but a comrade we should be willing to rely upon, even if a part of me may always beg to differ. Ah! Alright. I cannot make people wait for Rune King any longer, but thank you so much for watching, FF. I want to play more tomorrow, kind of, even though Wednesdays are usually my days off. So we'll see how I feel about it tomorrow, but thank you so much for watching. Okay, well, we'll do the job quests next time we stream it as well, so I'm very excited to see where the story goes. Yeah, thank you so much.